in charge of Doki Doki Core, a clothing company, has a gourmet parfait shop, and owns a high-rise building. That's quite something, right? The way she's acting. Wait a second. He's being forced to move out of the building, isn't he?
Yeah. My name's Keiichi Sato. I came all the way to my ex's wedding just to ask something important.
Keiichi! I can't believe you actually showed up. What a surprise.
So, you're the ex? Don't tell me you're still crushing on her or something.
He's in charge of Doki Doki Core, a clothing company, has a gourmet parfait shop, and owns a high-rise building. That's quite something, right? He even designed this dress for me.
I feel like I've seen this guy somewhere before.
No, it's not like that.
The way she's acting. Wait a second. He's being forced to move out of the building, isn't he?
Yeah.
Excuse me? Move out of the building?
What are you even talking about?
Takesuzu.
Huh? Kohei, what's going on?
Kohei, don't tell me. You didn't inform Takasuzu about this? I tried, but since he was constantly busy, I couldn't get through. Takasuzu, our rep reached out to your office several times about something important related to the building.
Absolutely. And I always told him to check with Kohei. He's in charge of everything related to the building. But seriously, how do you know that?
Keiichi here owns the land that high-rise was built on.
What?
He's the owner?
I'd heard rumors you like to draw strict lines between your roles, but I never imagined you'd delegate even an eviction notice to the building manager.
Keiichi, looks like your concern was spot on, but I'm glad we came. Wait, what's going on? They're asking you to move out? How come?
Honestly, I have no idea either. Sounds like a pretty petty lie meant to stir trouble.
No. Keiichi's not the kind of person who'd do something so childish. In the past 6 months, several tenants have moved out, right? And hardly any new ones have moved in. On top of that, the first floor restaurant is nearly always empty and has been bleeding money. They're officially closing at the end of next month. Since you haven't taken any real steps to fix this situation, Keiichi was considering stepping in as the owner and making some necessary changes.
Seriously, is this what's been happening? Kohei, this is nearly job abandonment. If it got this bad, you should have talked to me.
Exactly.
Yes, you're right, but it was just hard to bring up, I guess.
Kohei, you used to be a brilliant head of HR at Doki Doki Core. That's why I hired you after retirement to manage the building, with generous compensation, no less. I never thought it'd come to this.
If I may, I think I understand where Kohei's coming from.
Huh?
Doki Doki Core has been seeing declining sales for the past 2 years, right? You've been incredibly busy lately trying to turn things around. Kohei must have sensed that and tried to manage things on his own without bothering you.
But it was probably too much for him to handle alone. Maintenance, finding new tenants, promoting vacancies, all that requires a bigger budget.
Yet, with sales dropping, asking for more funds must have felt out of the question. Still, Kohei really did his best. He even reached out to the real estate firms himself.
I'd heard bits and pieces, but Takasuzu, are you really okay?
My daughter trusts you, you know? Are you really all right, honestly?
This is just a rough patch, that's all. Truth is, we had some issues at the factory and fabric prices skyrocketed. Just bad luck. If not for that, our sales would have been stable. Plus, I've been busy getting the parfait shop off the ground lately. Doki Doki Core is already working on a new product line, so there's absolutely no problem.
Right. Well, that's a relief. Baby, you really are incredible, you know that?
I'm not sure. If you chalk up everything to bad luck, then I think you're in trouble.
What is your problem? You own the land, fine, but you have no right to butt into my business.
Keiichi is actually the CEO of Tokimeki Design. That's a direct competitor in your industry.
What? Tokimeki Design?
As someone in the same apparel business, let me be honest. Doki Doki Core is in danger if things keep going like this.
In danger, you say?
Tokimeki Design? Isn't that company bigger than Doki Doki Core now? How did Keiichi end up running it? Keiichi had top-tier sales results in his department for years. That performance earned him his current position. heard you used to complain that he was just another boring office worker who never paid attention to you. I didn't realize he was that impressive.
If I had to guess, I'd say Doki Doki Core's biggest problem is that your departments, like planning and sales, aren't really working together. Honestly, your older products were more appealing. Wouldn't you agree, Takasuzu?
I'll admit, some of our recent stuff hasn't exactly been a hit, but still. Look, I'm not saying Tokimeki Design isn't a great company, but we focus on youth fashion, right? You guys sell more versatile classic clothes aimed at all age groups. A company like ours, constantly chasing trends and battling daily shifts in taste, we play by a completely different rulebook, so there's no way you could possibly understand how we operate.
I see. So you're not even open to hearing us out.
Then maybe I should seriously consider taking over the building's management myself.
Okay, can we just stop dragging this out? As long as the company and the building are okay, we're good, right?
I'll fix it. I'll figure it out.
Figure it out? Oh no. Did I mess this up big time? Keiichi, you came all this way because you were truly worried and wanted to help with some advice, but
I suppose I can't help being overly nosy, huh?
I like that about you. Your nosy side.
Thanks. And then, 3 days after the wedding, when I got back to work,
The analysis team really dropped the ball on this. It's not just a dip in the numbers. Sales data clearly shows our customers are getting bored with us. Especially the sales department. They haven't landed a single new client recently. We've got to fix this. Takeshi, got a minute?
what is it?
You haven't brought in any new businesses in the past 6 months. Could it be that there's an issue with how your team handles negotiations?
Come on, Takasuzu. No way. Did you know how many deals I've closed to help this company grow? And this isn't sales' fault. It's the planning team. They haven't put out anything exciting. And the redesigns for our long sellers have flopped.
Is that so? Yeah, I had a feeling. Alright, I'll go talk to the planning team.
Please do. Seriously.
What? You're saying the sales team is the problem?
Yes, their whole approach is outdated. I mean, our concepts are cutting edge, right? So when they pitch them with the old school attitude, it makes our products feel stale too.
But they said it was all planning's fault.
They're always blaming us, but I'll tell you straight. Sales hasn't updated their methods of mindset in like 3 years.
Really? That's not good. You've told them this, right?
Yup, we've said it. But there's been zero progress. These days, you've gotta tailor your pitch to the client's personality and approach. Honestly, I'd probably do a better job myself.
Right. Then, could you show the sales team how it's done?
Huh? No way! That's their job, isn't it? It's outside my scope of work. If you really want me to, then you'll have to pay me whatever they're making on top of my current salary.
What? That's ridiculous. There's no way I can do that.
Then it's not happening. Besides, we always show you the finished products before launch, right? If they're not selling, maybe the person giving the green light is partly to blame too.
Maybe, but I've been swamped lately.
It's because you're always thinking about parfaits.
Ugh. Yeah, and the sales team refused to help planning for the same kind of reason. Why is everyone so against collaborating with other departments?
Well, maybe it's because they're reflecting your values, Takasuzu. You've always been the type who draws strict boundaries around your territory, right?
I see. Then all I have to do is change that. Bring it on.
Meanwhile, over at Tokimeki Design, how have things been lately in the sales department? Well, there have been a few things making it harder to sell lately. What kind of things specifically? We get product materials from the planning team, but sometimes it's hard to understand everything just from the documents. I've wanted to talk to someone directly, but figured they were busy, so I never brought it up. Got it. Then how about we schedule regular meetings between sales and planning? I can help set that up. I appreciate it. By the way, does the planning team have any feedback for the other departments?
Nope, nothing at all. We're just really grateful to have these weekly talks with reps from each department.
Oh, don't mention it. I just think it feels kind of sad if we don't take the time to care about what others are working on. Alright, if there's nothing else, let's wrap up for today.
Keiichi, thanks to you, everything feels really open and collaborative.
Huh? Nah, I'm just copying stuff I read in a book somewhere.
That kind of mindset. Being open to everything is what makes you awesome. Unlike Doki Doki Core.
Well, maybe they're doing something similar. Maybe.
Huh. I don't know. From what I've heard, they've been having a tough time lately. Actually, I got some info from the sales director over at Days Mall.
1 week later.
Man, Days Mall is seriously grateful to Tokimeki Design this time. I can't believe you managed to create such a fantastic uniform design in such a short amount of time. We worked with Doki Doki Corps before, but it took them forever, and they didn't bring anything fresh to the table.
Is that so?
Yes, I mentioned a bit of this to Yui the other day, but it seems like Doki Doki Corps has major communication issues between departments. No matter what request we made, all we got was, we'll need to check with the department. Then, we'd wait for an answer, ask another question, and wait again.
I see. So are you saying that Takeshi and Takasuzu, despite being the sales director and CEO, can't make decisions?
Hard to say. It just felt like nobody knew what the other departments were doing, or even wanted to know.
I see.
So, while their proposal wasn't bad, in the end, we decided to go with Tokimeki Design. You guys are on a roll, and the uniforms are adorable. Seriously, thank you so much.
We appreciate your compliment. We're just glad we could help.
Oh, here's a coupon for our cafeteria. The food there is amazing. You've got to try it before you go.
Thank you.
Whew, I'm so glad they liked it. Negotiations are always nerve-wracking. You never know if all the team's hard work will be appreciated.
That's just how kind you are, Keiichi. It's one of the reasons everyone admires you so much.
Sorry to interrupt, but can I have a moment of your time? I'd like to talk about how you took our client.
Takasuzu.
Let's take this somewhere more private. Alright, I want to hear what happened. Depending on the details, this could be considered interference with business. Why did you butt in?
We didn't butt in. Days Mall reached out to us.
That's what you say. I spoke with our sales team too. I asked them what was supposedly wrong with our proposal. They said it lacked originality compared to Tokimeki Designs. But the concept we submitted this time was totally new. Nothing like what we've done before.
Totally new, huh?
That's up to interpretation, isn't it? If Days Mall felt it was more of the same, then that's what matters.
I seriously doubt you guys came up with anything that revolutionary. I mean, unlike us, you cater to all age groups. You're more about making safe, versatile pieces that blend into the scene, not standing out with cutting-edge fashion.
Want to take a look then?
Huh?
Wait, seriously?
As long as Days Mall gives the okay, sure. Let's show you what we came up with. 30 minutes later.
Whoa.
Actually, Tokimeki Design has a specialized department focused on trend-driven fashion. We handed this design off to that team.
If I had to guess, at Doki Doki Corps, the communication between departments isn't flowing properly. So there's probably some distortion in how ideas or research findings are interpreted during development. That disconnect can make the final product feel off, like something's just not clicking. People start seeing what they expected.
Looking at Doki Doki Corps' product launches from the past year or two, nothing's really felt fresh. It all has this weird deja vu feeling, like, haven't I seen this before? And again, I think that all comes down to poor communication. In a closed-off work environment, ideas tend to become stagnant and repetitive.
If it's okay with you, could I take a look at your designs? If they're compelling, we'd be happy to recommend them to Days Mall ourselves.
You expect me to believe that?
We're in the same industry, Takasuzu. We're all in this together.
I'm not letting you see anything. You just steal our ideas. And what do you mean, closed off? I already told the whole staff to collaborate across departments. Our sales are gonna rebound, big time, so keep your pity to yourself.
Huh? He's gone. It's not going to be that easy, though.
Alright, everyone. From now on, let's work together across departments. First, we'll hold an emergency meeting to share feedback with each other.
You're gonna bump our salaries if you expect that, right?
Honestly, I've never even thought about what planning does, so nope. I've already pitched in with a few suggestions, but if you want deeper discussions and extra effort, I'm out. Takasuzu?
This isn't working. Not like this.
Wait a minute. You've never even thought about planning? Come on, sales team, that's a bit short-sighted.
Huh? Says the one who can't come up with anything but boring, recycled ideas.
Can't believe I walked into this while dropping off snacks. I should have never let Keiichi go.
This incident sparked major infighting at Doki Doki Corps, and some employees ended up quitting. From there, sales never recovered, and the company stayed in the red for several years. Takasuzu handed over ownership of the building to me not long after. Thanks to that, I was able to overhaul its operations myself, and soon it was fully leased with 0 vacancies. Less than a year later, Doki Doki Corps went bankrupt. Apparently, Takasuzu's divorce happened too, leaving my ex buried under bills and without a way out. Takasuzu? I've heard he's in serious financial trouble and has disappeared. On the other hand...
Keiichi, I just realized something. You're always looking out for everyone, but I haven't done nearly enough to repay you.
Huh? You don't need to repay me, really. I'm just doing my job.
You're wrong. Starting now, I'm really going to care about you. So, Keiichi, how about we date? I'm talking serious stuff, like marriage and everything.
Wait, you really care about me that much? I'm honestly flattered. Enjoyed the video?
Then smash that like button and subscribe.